to the Wrestling Fan and Wrestling Show. I'm the big beefy boy, Shaz Beef, and today I'm joined by a couple of marks. My fellow overbooked Morro, Oosh, and Kieran Dunphy.
Eesh.
Yeah.
What was that?
Every time.
It's so nice having you around again.
It's good to have you back. Nice
Yeah.
back.
Thanks very much. I'm a big fan of All Elite Morrow.
I'm a bigger fan of Total Extreme Morro.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I hate watch that shit.
Yeah, I hate what it is so bad.
It's the best thing we've ever produced on our channel.
There's something quite endearing about it. I like the way that there's like a linear story that I could follow, but fuck me, for someone who complains about booking decisions and storytelling, you fucking suck.
You fucked up so
fucking
badly.
Exception. What did I fuck up on?
You
Super
fucked up.
Brawl. Super Brawl.
Oh, the heels one. No.
Wait now. All right, if you don't know what we're talking about, Total Extreme Morro is this nerd sitting in his room. The setup is looking better as well, sounds better, all that.
I got the new microphone and all that.
You're putting a lot of effort into it. You're editing videos. It's very heartwarming and all that kind of
Get
stuff.
past the nice shit. I want to fucking... Let's get into it.
Can you imagine if he showed this much animation in an episode of All Elite
Yeah,
Morro?
I was driving home the other day for last episode, right? And the lovely intro that I made just starts, and then it goes into. You're very welcome.
No, I actually figured out what went wrong. Because you text me, I figured that out. I had the wrong settings on the microphone.
No, you're still whispering.
Yeah,
I don't whisper.
Yeah, but like, welcome to All Elite Morro.
Yeah, that's ASM Morro.
Fucking bullshit.
Morro, yeah, that's good.
Anyway, I came up with that one.
I know, I made that up right there. Right now.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah, on
Did
the
you
spot,
that?
just right there, right now.
Jesus, that's very
You even
good.
came up with the Healy Ray Mysterio stuff, but that was about
That's not true. I came up with that.
I came up with the
Anyway, so Total Extreme Morro is a video game. For some guy who sucked on the video game podcast that we had, you sure know how to play this one. Where he's
well,
doing,
according to you, I don't.
where he was playing football. It's like Football Manager, but for
Pro wrestling.
pro wrestling, where you're the
Nerds.
booker. He's playing the role of Cowboy Bill Watts in 1992 WCW. He booked a pay-per-view, Super Brawl,
Second biggest show of the year.
9 matches on the card, and 9 heels won.
I like heat.
No, but you can't do that. Like
You can't do that.
No,
You
the
can do
fans-
it. You
the
can
fans
do.
would hate that.
You can do
The
it.
show got a good rating in the game.
Yeah, that's where the game is flawed.
Yeah.
So Grey Dog Software, that's where you're flawed. He booked 9 heels to go. No one will watch your product again. There's no joy there.
They're starting to not watch it.
Yeah,
If you watch the episode this week.
If that
coughing on.
That happened once.
They're coughing on.
If that happened in WCW or in AEW or WWE now, we'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
People even complain when WWE go 3-1 against AAA at Worlds Collide. Oh,
Yeah.
they're burying everyone.
Exactly.
That's different.
Triple H wins at WrestleMania. People call it the worst main event in WrestleMania history.
Well, that was the worst man event.
Well, you had 9 worst events.
Yeah,
in,
you had
in Morro
events.
in
It-
Wrestle
and the
Morro
one-
history.
and the one
you have to stick around for Starcade.
it even start. No, I wouldn't. I'd turn it off after. It's like,
don't. Other
dog
people
shit.
will. Neil will be there. He's loving it.
Money Mark
Yeah.
Morrow. And
I don't know about you, but the fucking ratings went down on that one.
No, they didn't actually. That was a different show.
Yeah, they'd already
I
bought
went to
the
New
show.
York.
No, but they'd already bought that show, so the ratings couldn't go down. But it was going to be the next show.
No, but I'm even.
I went to New York, and those absolute fucking marks up in New York wanted Fed style wrestling.
The
So
trice-
they didn't have enough angles on the show. Fuck you, New York.
You didn't have enough angles.
Yeah,
on
how
the
did
show.
the
had 5 angles.
How did negotiations
Four.
go with?
Four.
How did negotiations go with Too Cold Scorpio?
I forgot to read my emails properly.
Didn't read his
They didn't
emails.
even have emails in '92.
He was going on
my
about
letters, my
he was,
faxes.
He was going on about the cruiserweight division. Like it was,
really was
it was
trying to build
nauseating how often he was going on about it, and this big signing that was coming in,
Too Cold
and then he
Scorpio.
didn't even read emails. Too Cold Scorpio signs with New Japan Pro Wrestling.
What happened with Tiger Mask?
What happened with Tiger Mask?
Tiger Mask. I signed Tiger Mask. You know, me and Tiger Mask's agent, we go way back. And I
Yeah,
signed,
he screwed you.
I signed,
big
Tiger,
time.
I signed Tiger Mask, and I kept trying to book him in matches, and he kept saying not available. So I checked his personnel screen, his folder. I went into his personnel folder. Turns out he was away training for an MMA fight that was taking place 2 years later. 2.
How much that cost you?
0.
Sign on fee.
No signing on fee.
What about all the Tiger masks you have in your basement? You have to sell now.
Shitload of Tiger Masks.
You signed a merchandise deal.
I'm using them as an
ambassador.
a piss pot in my office. As
a lot of Tiger
Bill
Masks.
Watts, like
He pissed out the window. He didn't need a pot.
There's a lot of lads in
now I can piss at my desk and throw it out the window.
Well, you're
in
not going to have
Tiger
a
mask.
pot to piss in with your shit booking anyway.
There's a lot of Tiger.
That was one thing in the New York market.
But I'm actually talking about your Total Extreme Morro, that latest episode. The ratings went down on YouTube. Like,
Oh,
you know,
my
it's
Oh, on YouTube as well.
they fucking tanked, man.
it didn't go well at all, did it? Let's check it right now. This is like 36 hours after release.
So not even on Spotify, but they're like
No, we don't do it on Spotify.
When he tells you the numbers, these are the total numbers of people, and me and Dunphy are two of them.
I watched all of it.
What are you on? I had to skip over. My girlfriend was getting pissed. 48 people. Did you watch it as well?
No.
You fucking liar, you did.
Never watch it.
47 people tuned in.
For context, last week's got 112.
So
that's over a week.
So we follow the trend. We're going to get 20 odd next week.
Yeah.
We'll see about next week, episode 4. Episode 4 is a banger. It's
Who's
recorded.
going to watch episode 4 if you didn't watch episode 3?
Yeah.
Some people do that.
All Elite Morro, though, that you got over the 100 mark.
All Elite Morro's
on Spotify.
back. All Elite Morro's back.
Our last podcast did quite well with Brian
Exceptionally
Maxwell.
well, yeah.
Yeah, we got
clipped onto Twitter and shared by some big accounts, actually.
yeah.
Super Jacob did it. Suit Williams did it. Some Roman Reigns Stan account.
I don't know these. Yeah, the Roman Reigns stand account was the one that screen recorded or downloaded our video and put it up on their thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, 210,000 like views on X, and we can't get any traction on it.
We got nothing off that. We didn't get one subscriber on TikTok off it. Not one. 210,000 people watched that video. Not one of them came to TikTok to subscribe. Or certainly not YouTube. Probably we got minus subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
Fucking 210,000 people watched the video and not one of them went to TikTok.
Not one.
What the fuck?
There wasn't a link to any of our stuff on it.
No, there was no link, but our TikTok handle was
When
there.
would you like? If I ever seen that, I would never.
No,
Yeah.
of
To be
course.
fair though, you did reply to a few of them going, "Oh, I'm famous. Look
That's
look
me.
He went, "Oh, that's me in the video." Not going. Here, go check out the full podcast.
It
Here.
was 2:00 in the morning. I was in bed with one eye open.
You were starstruck.
and then you came in as if we don't know each other.
Yeah.
This was brilliant.
I kept seeing this. I was like,
by any
lads.
chance do you have a link to the full episode? I was like, oh, are we pretending that like
No,
you're
I'm
just a
calling you
random?
out on the fact that you're not linking
No,
the
the
episode.
way you were doing it under the thing. Were you trying to pretend that we don't? You were just a random
No, I
fan
was trying to
who
call-
happened across it and wanted to watch the full
no,
thing.
I knew that most people would, if they went across, you would know that there was an involvement there. I was more calling you out for the fact that you didn't put
share
a
the
link.
link.
on
And so then I shared the links. It was 2:00 in the morning. I was watching wrestling.
it. Yeah. Anyway, what are we talking about today?
Finishes.
Oh, we're finished.
Yeah.
No, we're finished. Sorry.
Thanks to everyone for reaching out as well. We will
Read the things the people
Yeah,
put
we'll
in.
get through. Like loads of comments as well on our YouTubes and stuff. We reply always back to them. It's one of my favorite fucking things. I love.
That's the best thing about All Elite Morrow is the people in the chat every Monday night.
Yeah, fucking 2E. That's brilliant, man.
There's at least
12.
the average last week was actually 14.
Nice.
You know,
So we're talking about what are the best and worst finishes in wrestling history. I sent on the lads a massive list. Here is some of the
And
things.
if you want to see great finishes, go to Total Extreme Morrow YouTube every Wednesday, 12:30.
Don't. All he does is book six mans.
Great finishes.
Never even had six mans in WCW
I'm
back
changing
then.
the game.
Everno Rafferty said I would assume one of the worst finishes, even though this technically wasn't the finish of a match, was it? The AEW's exploding ring. Because the match finished with the one wing angel.
Yeah, but I think you kind of count that as part of it.
I think it's
Yeah,
fine.
I think so.
What are the parameters?
Fuck your parameters,
Yeah,
right?
no, parameters
No, I
can be
think you count
important.
that. You count that. And he's right.
Well, we'll get into that because that was what made me kind of start turning on AEW, and then the video game fucked me up. Triple H and Booker T at WrestleMania has to be the worst. There's no need for
to
how
put that
long
on
the
my
pin
list.
takes.
See, there's two different things happening here. There's the finishes that are the worst because there's like either a botch or something that they don't intend
I don't
happens.
think botch is in our parameters.
Well, then the AEW thing shouldn't be in the parameters. That's a botch.
no, that was poorly executed. Like
it's botch.
It was
Some of the
botch.
fireworks didn't come off though.
botch.
I would not consider.
You think
that
that's the way it was meant to look?
I think, probably. No,
No.
I think a wrestler botch is different. Like, it hit the Sweet Chin Music, but like, hit their shoulder or something. That's a botch.
So Starrcade '97 when the referee didn't do the slow.
No,
count.
that's a shit finish as well.
but that's a botch.
No, it's not. I think that was weren't they saying that was calculated by Hogan?
Hogan in the back.
Yeah,
telling him to go with
Well,
that's
the
a bad
supposed to be
finish.
fast.
Yeah.
Well, that's both things. That's a bad finish and a botch.
The best ever finish, Austin passing out to the sharpshooter.
Yeah.
At WrestleMania 13. Jer Banahan, who's become a big friend of the show, one that wrecks my head is wnever a towel gets thrown in, it's pure shite. I agree.
I love towels.
I hate it.
Bret Hart, Bob Backlund.
No,
That's
I
class.
hate. I'm like, who gets to decide?
I think you can do such a great
Unless
thing
you
with
nominate someone.
Helen Hart was nominated and Owen took it and threw it in.
Yeah, I love that.
That's
love
bullshit.
That
Helen.
Like, so therefore, like, why couldn't I, if I wanted you to lose a match and you're in a wrestling match, just run down and throw in the towel?
Because it wouldn't
You're
count.
not as nominated
Yeah,
second.
nominated.
There's no nominated people in it.
well, so
There is,
if
yeah.
you if
It's on the contract. The next to kin gets to throw in the towel.
yeah. Next to kin, yeah.
If you do it right, you can do that really well. It just has to be done right.
The best, Foley winning the title on Raw and Kane's debut.
Kane's debut was deadly. Foley win the title on Raw. That was Austin, wasn't it?
Austin coming out.
Yeah, that was good.
His big pop. Bret and Austin, WrestleMania 13. The worst finger poke of doom. Hulk
hear that
Hogan.
a lot, I think.
A few finger pokes and that. Jeff Jarrett Bash of the Beach stuff. WrestleMania 40. It was a good finish. The Fiend versus Seth Rollins is the absolute worst. A DQ and Hell in a Cell, I think, is just
God.
Bad,
that was unforgivable.
What about Jeff Hardy and Sting?
That's just the whole match, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jesus.
That was very unfortunate. One that you might be able to shed light on is our friend of the show, Oisin McCarthy, says an easy candidate for the worst finish of all time would be Starrcade '97, Hogan versus
Thank you,
Sting.
Oisin.
In terms of best finishes of all time, and you might have come across it on your Masawa-thon, Masawa versus Kawada from June '94 has to be right up there.
Oh yeah.
What's he talking about?
He's talking about Misawa just launching a tirade of elbows.
How the fuck you got the booking job in?
Oh guys, I said the word wrong.
Yeah.
He hit a tirade
Whatever.
of elbows, and then Kawada tries to make a comeback, and he smashes him to bits with elbows again. Then he hits the Tiger Driver and pins him. It's just sensational. It's the whole build up to it, the escalation. It is like it's not like, you know, when we were talking about creative finishes and really cool ideas.
Yeah.
It's not one of those type of finishes.
No, well, that's
It's
what I'm
just-
kinda
it's
trying
just
to get at.
beast. It's just a beast finish.
Well, I came up with a list. Shall we start going through the list?
Yeah,
And
so-
a lot of
yeah.
the things that people have mentioned does come up
Your
on
whole
the
list
list.
is just Big Show. Are you just watching Big Show?
A
all
lot of it
weekend?
was Big Show. Like, so my favorite, which is weird, but like it makes sense
Why
because,
is there so much Big Show on
because
it?
it makes sense. He's such a big guy. You have to be creative when it comes to beating him or in ways and protecting the character. So my favorite finish of all time.
2, 3, 4.
Do you want to count them all?
No, I was just counting the first 4 are Big Show.
Yeah, right. So let's go into my Big Show great finishes.
Yeah.
I think he shows up again somewhere as well. JBL versus.
Yeah, he does.
Big Show.
No, it's
He has to show up in the bad
No,
ones.
the first 5 are Big Show because it's Stone Cold versus Vince Cage.
Oh yeah, Big Show as well. Yeah.
But yeah, so right, well, let's go through why
Big Shows.
Big Show is the best finisher.
This is
in
this is
wrestling.
a podcast about Big Show.
We should do one about Big Show. But the cage match, the barbed wire cage match with JBL, is my favorite finish of all time. I've never seen anything before like it. Now, stuff like this could have been done in previous
Years.
variations, but this is my first time seeing it. So he chokeslams JBL off the top rope through the ring, walks out the door of the cage, and they go, and the winner, and still WWE champion. You're like, what? And then you see JBL's little rascal head on him coming from under the apron. He's after going through the ring and crawled out under the apron. Therefore, his feet touch the ground first.
Yeah.
And outside of the cage, and he is still the champion.
It's amazing.
Great.
Very
heel
creative,
finish.
yeah,
A great,
very
creative
It's
heel finish.
genuinely the most.
Yeah, well, it was around a time when you were like, I suppose, how do you get the title off JBL? And JBL keeps proving creative ways that
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's,
and also, it made sense, I think, in my head for JBL and Cena at Mania 21. So that's what I was preparing for. And I also, going into it, I was like, how's the Big Show like going to lose this? And they can't go over the top ropes. But then I legitimately thought Big Show won. I went, okay, so they're doing a repeat of WrestleMania 20 for the US title. They might want that moment of John Cena once again lifting the Big Show. And I remember feeling really underwhelmed when he walked out a cage door. Because I enjoyed that JBL run, or grew to enjoy it. And I was kind of like, okay. Wasn't too best pleased.
Yeah,
but
no, it was a really smart finish.
it
Like.
is interesting about Big Show, though, that he features on these creative finishes. You're right. It is curious. Because the one that's not on it is, who is he when is it Finlay he's fighting when he pushes him against the ropes and Big Show just lands on him? Like, so.
So Regal.
Oh, yeah, Regal.
Regal knocks him
Regal,
out.
yeah, so no, that is on it.
Is it on
Yeah,
it?
Regal
Oh,
versus
yeah,
Big
number
Show.
4, sorry, yeah.
So Regal hits him with the brass knucks.
Yeah.
And then he falls off the ropes and falls on Regal.
Regal's fighting for dear life.
Yeah.
He can't, it's so good.
He can't get
He
up.
can't move.
It's brilliant.
Technically, though, like, you're also kind of like, why didn't Big Show do that for all his pins?
Just land on, yeah.
You know what I mean? But I thought that was a very creative.
That's what Yokozuna did, just sit on a dude.
Yeah, that's a very fun, creative finish. Big Show and Brock, when they exploded the ring.
Yeah. And then they redid that with Brock and...
They redid it with Braun and Big Show, and I think Mark Henry and Big Show.
Yeah, they redid it a couple of times. Look, when they redid it, I was like, well, that's kind of shit. But also, I'm watching wrestling 20 years. There's a whole new bunch of fans who've never seen this. It probably blew their mind.
But they redid it the second time was quite quick after the first one, wasn't it?
I thought it was about
3 years or something.
No, I thought it was more than that.
No, they did it like a few years later, and then they repeated it quite quickly
Soon after the second one. Yeah.
But I remember
I watching Smack. It was on SmackDown.
Yeah, and I was told that something fucking happened. The ring like exploded or whatever, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
Went to see it, and was blown away by it.
I was blown away by it. I remember watching it for the first time on Sky Sports on a Friday night. And ring exploded. Like, what age were we then?
But like
16, 17?
It just goes to show when you see
that's
something
badass.
that fresh in wrestling, like it still happens to this day. When Brock Lesnar brought the tractor out and fucking tipped the ring up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I had never seen anything similar.
That, yeah. That's never really been done again, has it?
No, well, that wasn't the finish, though, wasn't it?
No, they wrestled in that for a while.
Yeah.
Did they wrestle in that? Yeah.
Yeah,
But like,
Roman was sliding
but
down it.
what I'm saying, the actual visual of it.
Yeah.
Oh, it looked badass.
Yeah, I was still as a man in my 30s going, holy moly!
Cool.
Yeah.
And that's what happens when I think
Do we
you
know
get
whose,
a really
do we
good
know
finish.
whose idea that was? Or who was the agent?
It was done before. Like, that wasn't the first time that had been
Forklifting
done.
it?
No, sorry. I thought you meant the ring explode.
No, the forklift one is unique enough.
The last Big Show one then
I hate this one.
with Cody.
Yeah.
The table match
Yeah.
where he goes through it.
Yeah.
I think it is. I thought it was clever. However, I hated the John Cena Sheamus table match.
Oh,
finish.
I hated that one more.
Yeah.
But I don't like either of them.
I have a theory.
Such a cheap out.
We were talking about the Sheamus John Cena one, and I, to this day, still believe that it was botched because there's a table below Sheamus at the same time.
That was never broken.
It was never broken, so why was it there right beneath Sheamus? I always felt that
Chekhov's
Sheamus.
gun. You're saying Chekhov's gun never went off.
Yeah, exactly. You don't introduce the table unless it's going to happen.
No, but that could have been to set you up and make you believe that. Oh, look, Sheamus.
But I thought it would be more. It would have been okay. Maybe if it wasn't a botch, I think it would be a better finish if Cena went through just before Sheamus going through.
Both went through, but
Both
Cena
went
goes through
but
first.
Cena went through first, and then it kind of protects Cena, makes it look less like it felt like a weird accident, and because Sheamus is kind of looking confused holding it up. Well, if he goes through the table, he gets up battered and beaten and looks more like a champion.
Yeah, I just don't like either of those finishes. I just don't like the idea of that being the finish of a world title or a big time match.
I think table matches are strange in that respect.
They're a little bit shit.
They were going at that era. They were going for let's like do the opposite of what everyone thinks, because Sheamus won that superstar breakout thing to get into that match in the first place.
And Jesse the Body Ventura, he was somehow involved in that.
Yeah,
as
but
well.
then when he came back last year, they said he hadn't been on TV for 30 years. It's like, I saw him a few years ago.
Was that SummerSlam '97 as well? Well, I suppose that is near
No, I think
years.
but they were trying to let on that you hadn't been there since like WrestleMania, since the last Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
That's what he came back for the first Saturday night's main
He's the
event.
enforcer for Mick Foley winning the title, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Stone Cold and Vince in the cage
I liked that one.
at the time. Yeah,
At the time,
it did
yeah.
make Big Show look dumb. I thought
Yeah. Well, see, I was young and dumb, so I
it
was
also
like,
made him look powerful.
that guy's a badass because he threw a guy through a
thought that
cage, and
was
it just so happened that Stone Cold won.
I thought,
I didn't like the follow up what they did with Big Show quite quickly, but at the
but
time
he won the title within a year.
yeah, but he was bitched out. Then Vince was kind of calling. He turned face way too quickly,
And the name the Big Show sucked.
and the name of the Big Show absolutely.
So
Paul
bad.
White was perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul White, the Giant. Let's go to some of the maybe bad ones before we have
back
too
on
much
track.
praise. Although the cage door gimmick was replicated by Bobby Lashley when he jumps out of it onto a manga, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
That was pretty good. That was a play on.
Play on the original. It's not.
Yeah.
I suppose original, whatever you want to call
And the
it.
cage imploded,
Yeah.
like that way, as opposed to opened, the way Vince or the way Stone Cold and Vince's match went. Some of the bad ones, it's not even on the list. You mentioned the finish at King of the Ring, Yokozuna and Hulk Hogan with the flash bump.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just there's no follow up. Who was that photographer with that lovely sexy wig? We never got to find out.
No, never happened about that again, yeah.
It's just those weird finishes where
There's no follow up.
it's just, again, it's just Vince going, there's photographers out there, let's use one for a finish. It's like...
Which in itself isn't that bad to think of it, but like...
But it looked like it's a wrestler dressed as a photographer, so you're expecting it to be Flair or someone, expecting it to be a guy who's going to follow up on having a weird camera.
Get some heel heat out of it, like.
Because there was another thing, wasn't there?
Heel heat is
wasn't
deadly.
there another camera?
You want to have all your heels win.
Was another camera or some weird thing that happened maybe 10 years ago where someone got electric shocked.
Oh, so Dean Ambrose pulled a television to hit Bray Wyatt with, and he got electrocuted. Yes. Which was dumb as fuck.
Equally dumb.
Go look at a Bray Wyatt documentary.
Fuck, fair away that. Yeah.
But bad finishes. What do you make of the Finn Balor Roman Reigns rope break? I remember just my head and my hands. Finn Balor's going for the coup de grace.
Yeah.
And the rope snaps. And
I don't like those things. I don't like that. And I don't like I don't like Yokozuna slipping off the top against Bret. Because
at WrestleMania 10.
Yeah, because it
takes agency away from Bret.
Yeah, it undermines. It kind of makes the. I don't know how to describe it. You kind of feel like
that's the win.
Well, it's just a bit of luck that it's luck basically.
Yeah, but you would imagine that would happen in a match.
Do you think?
Look
to win a title, like if a rope broke.
Well, like
if the rope broke, if this is MMA and the fucking cage fell in and hit someone just as they're about to win the match, they're going to have a rematch pretty quickly after.
Yeah, but Roman was the heel in that situation.
Yeah,
so
it would make sense if Roman had kind of cut the rope a little bit beforehand as the heel,
or Heyman, because you're all telling me he was deadly in the bloodline. That Heyman would have done something.
I'm getting your clickbait right now.
Oh, don't worry, you'll get some clickbait today.
Yeah, so I'm not mad on those finishes. I think they're a bit
chance and circumstance.
Yeah, when you're paying for a big.
But remember I think it was HBK, Cena, Orton, and maybe Edge, and HBK hits the super kick on Cena, and Cena falls onto Edge and pins him. And HBK is just fucked.
I don't mind that.
But that's a fortunate, lucky finish. Like he just luckily fell somewhere.
But it's different than the ring equipment malfunctioning. Yeah. It's not a malfunction finish.
It's like the HBK was misjudged to hit it, technically.
Yeah, it can happen in the course of a sporting fucking endeavour.
Like scoring an OG.
Yeah. The HBK scored an OG.
One that we...
but so did Yokozuna. By slipping off the ropes.
Yeah, I think that one is a bit better.
As egregious as the Finn Roman one.
I would agree with that. I don't think it's as egregious.
It's not as egregious as the Finn Roman one.
Why'd you bring it up then?
Just because they're both rope incidents.
Just because I wanted to show
top 10 rope incident finishes. One thing that we spoke about was the Mankind Rock Empty Arena match. And you thought it was a good finish, but my problem with it is the camera work.
The camera work fucked that up. Yeah,
fucked it up.
And I think the camera work can add to a lot of it because with the JBL and Big Show cage match where the camera's on Big Show and then goes down to JBL, and then the one that you're saying, I think it's a clever finish. I think they used didn't they use a forklift recently in like a Seth Rollins match or something? But the way the camera was on the forklift and it's coming down on the rock.
Exactly.
And that's such a stupid Vince thing to do. Yeah. I remember Kevin Owens making reference to it.
Or is it Kevin Dunn? Is it Vince or Kevin Dunn?
Probably both.
They're one and the same.
Yeah, like Vince ultimately gets the final say. But I remember Kevin Owens cutting a promo going, how did the cameras get in my eyes? There was cameras in my eyes. Yeah. There was a cake coming at him and then they changed the perspective. Like... Buckle up, Teddy. I was like, there's two cameramen sitting there doing this, like, you know.
It's world breaking, like.
Yeah. I think when they try and Triple H's comments recently about
we're making movies.
It's a movie about sport, and you're that's not what it was. That's not what I thought of it as.
No.
It's weird that they think about it like that. That it's a movie about a sport.
But there's very clearly a reason for that, and the reason being is Triple H is a fucking dumbass. So
go on.
Well, the man's a dumbass. You can't book wrestling, so he's trying to say that wrestling is something else. It's a movie. All right, we're
But it's not a sport.
It's what we do.
It's not technically a sport.
It's what we
No,
do.
but it was always made to appear as a sport.
Presented as sports adjacent.
Almost like a movie about a sport.
What is a movie out of sport is what? Like Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, Cracker.
Great movie. But it's not what. it's not what-
Moneyball.
Little Giants.
Great movie.
Yeah, also a good movie.
The Sandlot Kids.
Yeah, a super movie. Again, they're
great
all
movie.
kids' movies for
Yeah.
some reason.
And WWE is that. It's
Friday
just-
Night Lights.
Wasn't a fan.
No, okay.
I don't know what.
No,
I
those
didn't know the last two
Southern
things that you
Bible
told
Belt
me.
Americans freak me out, man. Those blondie Texan women freak me out. There's a deadness in their eyes.
This is being clipped.
Yeah, we can't even see your eyes, man.
Because there's so much life here, I don't want to distract you.
Stop taking my sayings about you.
What?
I said your stars shine so bright that you have to wear sunglasses to protect yourself from yourself.
Clip that. Anyway, yeah.
Finishes.
Yeah, no, but
Finishes.
like, I do get what he's saying. A movie about.
No, I understand why he's saying it. He's
what-
just wrong.
Yes, yes.
No, but what
The man has like the worst instincts when it comes to pro wrestling. Is he on this list anywhere?
I don't think so. But
Sledgehammer.
in terms of if it's a movie about a sport, say, camera angles matter then.
Yeah, but also
Because
like
you were presenting it in a certain way.
Yeah,
You can't change the way you shoot it and present it,
Mid-movie. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's inconsistent.
which is strange as well. Because I try and think of like what's canon in WWF or E. And it's very fucking weird what we all suspend our disbelief for.
there's no canon really. Canon in
It
my
is,
Is it
though.
not
no,
all
no,
canon?
I actually think that canon in some ways has kind of only started recently. Because if you go back, like, do you know, I think actually canon in their mind starts with Seth turning on the Shield. Because that seems to be the only thing they ever reference back to historically that happened in the past. Like when and they're doing it now with Cena's retirement run. But like when Cena was fighting like
But that was a Vince thing.
Sheamus in 2016. I don't know if that happened, but like I'm just giving an example. They were never referencing back to a deep history between them going back to 2008. You know what I
Well,
mean?
we used JR used to get in trouble for doing that.
For doing that,
Bringing
yeah.
up history, and Vince
Yeah.
be like, no one wants to
But sure,
talk in history.
Vince stopped wanting to name number WrestleMania because it made it sound too old.
Yeah.
He wanted to stop doing that
So,
stuff.
like, that's what I mean. Like, so in a lot of the Vince years, there
But
was
no,
no
also,
canon as such.
though, when you look at like Royal Rumbles though and WrestleManias, they're constantly referring back to historic events.
Well,
The
what
main
their
event they
their
were-
new thing now is every single thing has a stat. Like, look at Royal Rumble now. Like, I like stats in sport in general.
But that was cool at the start, and people liked
now
it, so
it's
they
like-
milked it.
But no,
It's
they
the
need
the
to
milking of it
I think
is-
they need to
yeah.
do something with that though, with that Royal Rumble stat. Was it the MVP or the person who lasts the longest or something?
Yeah,
in the Royal
yeah,
Rumble?
whatever the
I
fuck.
think they need to be last into the elimination chamber.
Yeah.
I think that-
Otherwise, it means nothing. But now it's just Michael Cole screaming out stats for an hour.
Speaking of Royal Rumble, there has been some
Yes.
great finishes to Royal Rumble, some
Some of the
bad
best.
finishes to Royal Rumble. I would like to put forth the finish to Royal Rumble 94 as something very creative, where
Yeah.
two people went over at the same time.
It's Sean and Davey Boy.
It is. Oh, that's 95. 94 is Lex Luger and Bret Hart.
Sorry, yeah. I like both of those finishes.
Yeah, actually, Sean and Davey Boy, the first time I was aware of
that's
skinning the cat.
I think that's a better finish
the cat.
than 94.
I think it's very hard, though, for two people to...
Yeah, it is hard to do it. I just thought the Michaels one was more exciting
no.
and a better way for his character.
well, like-
to
Oh,
be.
Because I just felt the story leading up to Dave Boy was never winning it, was he? Like the story,
I know, but
the
it kind
story
of
for
felt
Bret
cool.
and Luger, as they were both kind of,
I agree with what you're getting at
and then
here.
they both,
I agree with
they
this.
both won the Rumble almost, and then so I think that was better.
Vince decided who was main event WrestleMania best and who got the bigger cheer.
And then they did it twice more. They did it once intentionally with Big Show and Rock.
Yeah.
And then they did it.
Which actually didn't it show that...
They fucked up the camera angles, getting
Yes.
back to camera
Yeah.
angles. Yeah.
And
It
then
showed
they-
the Rock clearly hitting first.
Rock clearly at
And
first.
then they did it unintentionally.
In the best one ever.
This
is
is the
perfect.
best finish of all time because it's unintentional. as
It
well.
was Batista and John Cena at 05.
And then
And Vince squads.
runs
Vince
out,
tears
pulls the
the
squads.
So that could be the greatest finish in WWE history because you get those two things happening.
It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable, yeah.
You couldn't ask for more from your silly little.
Well, we were talking about this as well. Like one of the best things about that finish is something quite understated. It's that when they both go out, and obviously there's a fucking shit show going behind the scenes, going what the fuck, but the referees decide. Like completely off the cuff to start claiming one guy's the winner and the other guy's the winner, which actually sells the whole thing up until Vince comes out.
But then you see like that moment of Vince sitting at the floor chewing the two of them out, but he can't stand up. It's just gold television, like, you know.
Brilliant.
What's the worst Royal Rumble finishes?
Well, like before we get to that, because I do have the worst Royal Rumble finish, I think. But I wanted to give a special mention to Royal Rumble. I think it's 2011. The one that Del Rio wins, which harpens back to almost to the Shawn Michaels one, which I had forgot about, which is better.
Yeah.
It's the one where you think Santino Marella is going to win.
Yeah, I really enjoy that.
That was brilliant.
That's enjoyable.
I was like,
I actually thought, what?
I was happy for Santino. I was like, you know what? Yes.
No, I was like, what is happening here? Like,
Yeah.
have they just killed the Royal Rumble?
And then they nearly had Santino win at the Elimination Chamber. I was all for that Santino
I
push.
thought he was great at the
But
time.
I think the worst finish to a Royal Rumble, bar like
Let me think who
some
you're
Royal
gonna say.
Rumbles sucked. So like were really bad and
Well,
just
I think a lot
had
like
like
the last-
disappointing finishes.
I think
But
a
I'm
lot of
ta-
the last 5 are real bad. Like.
I think like a bad no, I think 2015, one of those ones. Oh,
There was one in
there's
there.
one where Big Show and Kane are just throwing people out of it. and-
There's a there's super boring Rumbles and then there's bad finish Rumbles.
yes, yeah.
Sorry,
I think this
the modern ones are just boring.
yeah, I think this one is an incredibly bad finish.
Oh, it has to be Match Man.
Royal Rumble 1993,
Yeah.
where Macho Man becomes very stupid for a second and tries to pin Yokozuna in the ring, and Yokozuna
Flicks them off.
Flicks him in a very obvious
jumped over the top rope way.
give away the business.
Yeah. Oh god, that was bad.
That's really bad. Yeah, and there's an argument against the finish of when Hogan
92.
92.
I was just about to say that.
with Sid.
With Sid, yeah, because Hogan really annoys me. That Rumble is my favorite Rumble, and every time I get to the finish, I always finish annoyed. Even though it's a weird thing. It's
And
actually my
Hogan
favorite
goes
Rumble.
on to be the babyface.
It's the best booked Rumble with a terrible finish. It is
It's
a bad finish.
not even that bad a finish. It's just Hogan just won't fuck off.
Yeah.
Just won't fuck
fuck off.
He does like all these it's all this heel shit, and then thinks he's a babyface. Because I'm Hulk Hogan, brother.
On the videotape that was released afterwards, they had to like take out the booze and put in cheers for Hogan.
Yeah.
Because like in the building that night, that was a heel move. Like,
Yeah. Speaking of putting in cheers, what started that Bobby Roode thing? Was that?
on NXT.
Yeah.
God,
Were they ripping him?
no, it was just not.
I'd imagine there was stuff in the arena. It's just the sound wasn't
make it.
piped
Oh
in.
my
Yeah, the sound
God.
wasn't piped in.
It's so bad.
I felt bad for him.
I thought it was
I felt terrible for him because he is, in my opinion, a black and gold NXT legend.
I love Bobby
exceptional.
Roode, but I found it. It's so weird when they
was hard to
because
watch.
he gave the pause and then he
It's hard to watch. I was like that. I was, oh my god, that's hard to watch.
Anyway, sorry, just trying to bring
Leave
that up.
Bobby Roode alone. Leave my Bobby alone. Some of the other good finishes while we're at it, and speaking of a Rumble, Rock and Foley, I quit match at the Rumble.
No.
I quit. I, as a child,
Couldn't believe.
Yeah,
I was like,
this one of the stories that we've heard Shane tell a million times.
Yeah. Where did you watch it?
My granny's.
I didn't watch it in my granny's because I wasn't allowed. If he actually listened to my story,
I felt
wasn't
betrayed.
allowed to
I
watch
felt
WWF.
betrayed by Mick Foley because he was my favorite growing up. He was my absolute
I
favorite.
wasn't betrayed. I just couldn't believe
And I
it.
couldn't believe that he would say I quit. It was only the next time on Raw and I finally got that back.
and he
He
do me a
told us
favour.
he never would say I quit.
Can you do me a favour? Can you open up your WhatsApp messages to Kieran and see what you two would be talking about me in it? Go on, do it there. Do it there now. No, I'm only joking. I'm only joking.
Shane's a big bitch.
I think all I'll do is say you're amazing. Let's have a look.
Now I feel awkward. I was the joke. But I quit match with Mick Foley. What, you were about to say something on that?
So, I was always in two minds about this.
2 minds.
Two minds.
Mick Foley's in 3 minds.
Yeah, I'm not Mick Foley. He's far more.
I don't say anything about you, I promise.
We don't even talk. I was in two minds about this because it's a hokey finish, right? But I think when we were talking today about parameters and blah blah blah, I was like, there has to be something, and I think that, like, in terms of the truly all-time great finishes, have to lead to something more afterwards. whether it be a character thing, a rematch, a movement. And what this one leads to, the I quit, is it actually gets them probably to the empty arena match. Which the empty arena match at the time, despite the fact if you watch it back, it's kind of shit. Like, it's not good. Yeah. But also, they were on TV doing an empty arena match at halftime in the Super Bowl.
Halftime heat.
That's how hot the company was. And the I quit thing led to that. So I think in that sense alone, it kind of becomes a really good finish.
I think it's an amazing finish. I was
in two minds about it.
Well, give me a finish, a good finish that goes nowhere.
I think most good finishes go nowhere.
Yeah. Would you consider Austin joining Vince one of the worst finishes of all time?
I think that is, like, business-wise, the worst finish.
Forget business-wise, because it doesn't really matter. It's more fandom-wise.
Okay. Yeah, it is.
You think it's bad?
Yeah.
Because as a fan, when I watched that, I thought it was really interesting.
Yeah.
But then it's only in hindsight when you see how bad the business went and how Austin's heel run kind of went.
Became comedy and...
Yeah, and people always call it like, it's a moment in history where kind of wrestling changed again.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the time, I felt it was right because it harkened back to Austin's interview with The Rock, where he's like going, Rock, I need to beat you. You know, you're saying you're going to become champ, but I need, and you can see
if the follow-up was better, yeah.
Maybe, yeah. And maybe my...
But the follow-up was NWO-esque. I know, like when Hogan turned heel.
Yeah, but I remembered watching that at the time going, why the fuck are they doing this like this? Why is Stone Cold fucking Steve Austin? I was just like, it had go away heat with me.
Did it?
Go away heat with you as a fucking 6-year-old.
You brought something up.
6 for that.
What age were you?
Like
12.
16 or something.
Were you 16?
No, what year was that? 2001?
16.
15.
Yeah, I was 16.
I was like 10.
Yeah.
You're a whippersnapper.
Like I was
but
at that
Shane,
stage
you just brought you brought up the Great American Bash Hogan
Bash at the Beach.
Or Bash at the Beach. Yeah, Hogan heel turn. For some reason I wouldn't have included that in great finishes because I kind of forget it was a match almost.
It's actually you do forget.
But yeah, I mean that has to be up there at the top.
Yeah, well, when you're talking about consequential things.
Yeah, if the parameters are what we just
said. What the fuck
are
the parameters?
Well, if it requires something to follow up,
it doesn't require something. I'm just saying if a great finish does have like a big impact on the follow up, it elevates the finish.
Well, what about this finish that had absolutely no impact on the follow up? Too cool versus Al Snow and Head, where they put Head on the top of a Head and Shoulder shampoo bottle and pinned him.
What's sensational?
Brilliant finish.
Yeah, great finish.
Probably the greatest of all time. I'll rattle through a few fun ones. Chris Jericho tapping out to Cesaro in the swing.
Deadly.
Yeah.
That's quite good. Triple H in the Rock Iron Man match. Fully loaded when it was down to the last fall, and then Undertaker came out and returned and bet up Triple H. So therefore, Triple H
Judgment Day.
Yeah, Judgment Day, wasn't it?
Yeah, Judgment. But that's terrible because the timer is all out of sync.
Yeah, but Triple H wins the match because the Undertaker beat him up.
Yeah, but they went after the time. They took the timer intentionally off the screen because it took so long for Undertaker to come out.
Yeah, it was a total botch.
But again, as a kid, that was the coolest shit ever. That was the coolest fucking shit ever.
The Undertaker coming back. Mankind versus Shamrock, where Mankind gives himself the mandible claw so he doesn't have to tap out today.
Oh, yeah.
That's genius.
Yeah.
It is very good.
Yeah, what's Mick Foley?
Taz and Bam Bam.
Perfect.
Going through the ring.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm listening off
that at the time
quick.
blew my mind, actually, the first time I saw that.
The Midnight Express versus the Fantastics. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
No.
So it looks like the hot tag is about to happen. Your man comes in for the hot tag, gets tagged in, runs in, gets hit with the finisher immediately.
Oh, yes.
And he's ruled out. The Bar versus the New Day. They've done this again recently where it looked like a blind tag was made.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that
they faked
stuff.
the tag.
Fake the tag, yeah.
I thought that was good.
Add the Usos versus New Day Hell in a Cell.
Oh, how did that finish again?
They they had Xavier Woods tied up in the ropes with the kendo sticks.
Nice.
What match was it when the Hebners switched?
WrestleMania 4?
WrestleMania 4. That was cool.
4? Was it 4?
No, that was a mindfuck at the time.
No, it wasn't WrestleMania.
It was certain.
It wasn't WrestleMania.
The main event.
Yeah, it wasn't WrestleMania.
It was built to
that's
WrestleMania.
What WrestleMania 4. That's why the
title was vacated
and the competition happened. The tournament.
competition.
Actually, speaking of tournament, the Wrestling Classic had some fun finishes.
We were talking about this as well because you had to book 30 matches in the space of about an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So they had to book unbelievable finishes.
Like the Terry Funk versus the Moondog one where he tries to go, let's not fight. Let's both get counted out. And then he accidentally, so he tries to fuck on him.
Yeah.
And then Moondog is like, oh, wait. Tries to get back into the ring. And then Terry Funk, puts him back in the ring, backdrops him in or something.
Yeah,
and
brilliant.
then he gets counted out.
I love those. I love imagining them chatting about that before they go out. Going,
We need to do a match in a minute.
Terry's like, I'm not bumping for this.
Bad matches. Speaking when we were talking on the I Quit match, Cena versus JBL. I hate I Quit matches. We've seen it with Cody and AJ very recently.
Yeah.
Where they're like, I'm gonna fucking hurt you now. Okay, I quit. Nah.
A lot of super.
Maybe JBL doing it as a massive.
I know,
chicken
but
shit.
it lacks catharsis.
A lot of Super Cena era and Super Roman Reigns era, the finishes are just boring and obvious.
Because Roman Reigns had the last man standing with Kevin Owens, and remember he had him tied up in the thing, and Kevin Owens couldn't get up, and I was just this match went on for 40 minutes, and I knew that was going to be the finish.
Sure, didn't they do it with Batista where he got duct taped?
Yeah. But they keep going back.
But compare that to Cena and Umaga, last man standing, where he fucking takes off the ropes and starts choking out Umaga.
Unbelievable.
You know what I mean? That's a really good finish.
Yeah, that's a great finish. That's a great match.
Yeah. Brilliant match. Probably
Might be
one of my
Cena's
favorites.
best matches.
Yeah, Punk Cena, great finish.
Just in terms of
it's
because I think that falls into a particular category of the WrestleMania 40. We're doing a mad overbooked finish. Is it still good?
But it's also
WrestleMania 40. Do you think that's good?
Yeah, no, it's awful. But this is overbooked in a way that makes sense.
Yes.
Vince and Johnny are part of the story.
Yeah.
Cena goes with the company and goes with Punk, good guy, and pays off.
Yeah.
And then they still have the Del Rio thing at the end to work on as well.
Exactly.
Perfect.
And because
I know the
overbooking,
follow-up was not great, but
that's not. Yeah, that's one of those.
No, that's your fucking parameters. You better stick to them.
Well, what I'm saying is that's a great finish, but it lacks the elevation of other things.
This is why your TEW saves all over the fucking place. You can't stick to your parameters.
I'm very steadfastly sticking to my parameters.
Yeah, very, very.
You want hot shot booking.
All heels
You
all
want
the time.
You want hot shot booking.
6-man tags that
You
don't make
have
any sense.
make perfect sense.
I'm gonna put Dustin and Wyndham with Ricky Steamboat against Vader, Cactus, and Rick Rude.
Let's talk about that.
Oh,
no,
fuck
let's not.
is that?
No, we spent too much time talking about it.
Rick fucking Rude, Vader, and Cactus Jack.
Yeah, and what happened?
And Rick Rude
And
is
how
in
did
the
they lose?
Dangerous Alliance.
And how did they lose? Partner miscommunication spot.
Bullshit.
Perfect.
Yeah, but why are they together?
Because they're fighting three guys who are friends and that fight together.
You had never even established that
They
Steamboat, Rhodes, and Wyndham were friends.
The Rick Rude
Excuse me?
Never appropriately.
Excuse me?
You did establish that the Freebirds and Miracle Violence Connection are friends because they teamed with each other. So you fucking talk about Hot Shot and you put those two together.
Don't you worry, that's coming. Steamboat and Rhodes were the tag team champions.
Sorry, no, it wasn't. Was it Wyndham?
No, Steamboat and Rhodes were the tag
Why is
champions.
Wyndham with Rhodes then?
Because Rhodes and Wyndham are friends.
This is in your head.
Not in my head. On screen. Watch the product, man.
JBL and Eddie, did you like the finish for the Four Corners?
Yeah.
JBL tagging them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wasn't a huge fan of the match itself. I thought they'd had better matches.
Yeah.
The Judgment Day match where Eddie.
But it comes back-
Eddie forces it doesn't. Isn't that match get called off? Eddie gets himself proper disqualified in that, doesn't he?
Eddie was
Just won't
the
stop.
blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just won't stop or something.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was kind of an era where both Eddie and JBL, every match they had were creative finishes. Whether it's the boot
had
or
to
they had to be, exactly.
Well, the boot when you're talking about is with Angle.
Yeah.
At WrestleMania 20.
I can't believe it took us that long to get to that because I think that's one of the best finishes the company ever had.
Yeah, he has Eddie Guerrero in the ankle lock. Eddie Guerrero gets out of the boot
Yeah.
and pins him.
Brilliant.
Amazing.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And like
And do you know what I love about that? It's just so, it's like perfectly in keeping with his character.
yeah.
I think that's one of the best finishes that company has ever done.
Well, with the Eddie and Angle, I think did the chair spot as well, where he hit the chair and gave it to Angle. That was, I think, the first time
another one.
That's been done 100 times since.
Yeah, loads of people try it. Did you see the really funny
lesser
one
and lesser
where
effect.
your man tried to do it? I think Evil Uno and Ethan Page are commentating on it, and your man tries to do it, and the ref's back is turned. So the guy that he's getting blamed on just fucking jumps through a table.
I saw that.
And I was like, brilliant. It wasn't even a table. I think it was a door. Yeah. And I was like, you know what?
That's
yes,
good. Yeah,
that's
that's
wrestling.
good.
Bret and Piper.
Love it.
Nah.
You don't like it though because he did it with Austin.
Yeah, and he did it with Owen. So I suppose I probably saw the Bret Piper one after I'd seen the other two.
Yeah.
Did ya?
Probably. Like, I wasn't really watching when
Right.
Bret Piper were.
Don't worry about it.
Well, what year is Bret Piper?
He seemed really upset.
WrestleMania 8.
90.
But that was like what I mean is like I didn't watch that live.
92.
Like that was a video shop staple. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I probably
It's
watched.
a video shop staple, Kieran.
It's a video shop staple. Kieran.
Which John Street?
John Street or friggin' Kieran Street there.
Kieran Street was
There
good.
was
Yeah.
one lock by his on.
You,
Oh, Lockboy,
it was
yeah.
definitely in Lockboy.
Yeah.
And it was down there as well, around on Dean Street.
Dean Street was good.
Yeah.
You can get three. There's 3 VHSs down in on Irishtown there.
I bet you Piper Brett is one of them.
Yeah, you didn't like it, so.
I probably didn't have the same impact because I probably saw it retrospectively after seeing the other two.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Match finish that I absolutely fucking hated with a passion was ECW One Night Stand Sabu versus Rey Mysterio. I could not emphasize how excited I was for that, especially after, say, something like Masato Tanaka and Mike Awesome the previous year. To have Sabu, who I had just witnessed have bangers with Abyss in TNA, barbed wire matches, all that, against Rey Mysterio, who kind of reverted back. I know Rey was on his, like, this is 06, so he was the world champion. But, like, the year before, he was in, like, classic Rey Mysterio WCW attire against Psychosis. I was so excited. World title match. Sabu for the world title.
Yeah, badass.
How is Rey Mysterio going to beat Sabu? This is going to legitimize Rey Mysterio's run since he was somewhat viewed as a token champion because of Eddie's passing. He's going up against the homicidal, genocidal maniac, suicidal maniac, and they do a fucking sick looking spot, which is amazing. The DDT from the springboard, and then they call the match off. ECW.
Call the match off.
Yeah, bullshit.
Disastrous finish.
Horrendous.
Yeah.
Yeah, terrible. I mean, you would the equivalent in the modern era, of course, would be the Bray Wyatt, Seth Rollins,
Yeah.
Hell in a Cell. One thing killed ECW, the other thing killed the Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Until CM Punk and Drew McIntyre brought back.
Yeah. Well, do you know what we kind of forget about when we say that?
What?
Cody and Rollins kind of brought it back with Cody's pec torn pec. But it didn't bring the match back. It just brought Cody back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's in
I wasn't mad. I wasn't big on Cody at the time.
Are you big on him now?
He's winning me over a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
A little bit.
That Fiend match though was a
atrocious.
disgrace. It was a disgrace.
Yeah.
It was a disgrace to the Fiend character who had just started.
Yeah.
I remember when they booked him against Seth Rollins because he had just come back at SummerSlam, gone up against Finn Balor, broke his neck, and we're going, cool. They put him in a match with Seth Rollins. In my estimation, why would someone like the Fiend care about having a world title?
Yeah.
That made absolutely no sense to me.
But also, it killed Rollins' babyface run at the time as well. Because on
he looked so
one
stupid.
one of the Raws in the build up to the match, the lights went red and blah, blah, blah. And Bray Wyatt appeared, or the Fiend appeared. And Rollins is like laying the corner. You're sitting at the bottom. And he's like almost
Terrified.
quivering. And I'm like, this is our top babyface? Quivering and shaking with fear?
But why is the point behind it that like the Fiend turns you into like, because you look at the Fiend, I think Finn became a heel down in NXT for a while. A lot of the people that he had faced for a while ended up turning heel. Was that what they were trying to get at with Rollins?
No.
I don't think they knew what they're getting.
Vince was booking. He was literally booking.
That just was a
week to
I
week.
hate the way the light of the cage was red.
Oh man.
The lighting in the
Do you
arena.
know the fans were, this is bullshit, or
can't
what?
see
We
this,
can't
or
see
We can't
this.
see
Yeah.
this. We can't see
And-
this.
In my estimation, the Fiend is scarier in the real world as opposed to you being
going
in
into
his world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you've seen like a Freddy Krueger serial killer-esque character around here, that would scare the fuck out of you. That puts real chills into you, as opposed to this imagination of a madman. That's what red lights is scary.
Yeah. That's
No,
what.
seeing the Fiend in its full pomp,
Yeah.
doing dastardly, horrendous, violent things. You couldn't even see what Ron. They get out like a big Joe hammer.
A mallet. A fake mallet.
What
like
the-
a clearly rubber mallet. Like, oh, nonsense. Nonsense.
What other finishes made you go, this is fucking, I'm giving up watching wrestling. This is
giving
absolute-
up watching
This
wrestling.
is fucking bullshit. I remember feeling not exactly like that, but slightly like that with the Sheamus Daniel Bryan match at WrestleMania.
28.
Yeah. I remember going, this is nonsense.
That was that. Like one of those sudden finishes. I think
done
that-
badly. Like a sudden finish like Goldberg Lesnar was really good. I enjoyed that a lot.
The Fiend and Goldberg, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, the Fiend and Kevin Owens. Or not the Fiend and Kevin Owens, Goldberg and Kevin Owens.
Yeah. So sad.
That one, that was like...
That was
like,
Nick stop watching
I
wrestling.
was at a stage there wrestling anyway where I was like kind of really getting into New Japan at the time. And there was a
Do you
few...
like Japanese wrestling?
I like Japanese wrestling, I
way.
guess never mentioned. And there was a few shows I was watching, like, because I loved Kevin Owens. I thought Kevin Owens, like, this guy, one of the best in the world.
Yeah.
And then after the Kevin Owens Goldberg thing, I literally was like, I don't think I'm ever going to watch WWE again. Like, this is just not for me. Like, who's, you know?
That was during the Festival of Friendship stuff as well. So like it was
so good.
It was so good. And it was still fine. But why would you do it? Why would you do it? And Kevin Owens is beloved. Like people wanted to see him do well.
He's meant to be a heel, though.
Yeah, but he's always going to be going up against Jericho. So
It was always going to be Lesnar and Goldberg.
yeah, but you don't need a title on Lesnar and Goldberg.
No, I don't think you actually did.
No.
It's kind of weird where you look at the evolution of wrestling, you look at the evolution of finishes. If you think back to Harley Race and Ric Flair, that always stood out to me with Ric Flair winning in a cage match with a crossbody off the ropes.
Yeah.
Under Harley Race, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. That was that his first title win? Or?
No, it wasn't. Was that Flair for the gold or something? It wasn't his first title win.
Might have been.
But he wins the title with a crossbody, and now you think, wow, you have to get 18 super attitude adjustments off the top rope, and a finisher isn't actually a finisher anymore.
No, I watched an unbelievable finish recently from it was Flair versus Kerry Von Erich in a cage match in '82 in Dallas for the NWA World Heavyweight Title, and Michael Hayes was a special guest referee. But they also had another referee in the ring as well, so it's really confusing to watch. So you have in the cage Flair and Kerry, and Michael Hayes, who's just wearing like a pair of blue pants and no t-shirt, and then a referee just following Michael Hayes around, right? But anyway, they finish like so. Michael Hayes and the Freebirds offer to Kerry, "We'll help you cheat to win and bring the title here to Dallas." And Kerry, being the babyface, is like, "No, I'm not going to cheat." So towards the finish of the match, Kerry's about to win, and Terry Gordy smacks the cage door off Kerry Von Erich's head, and then Flair beats him a minute later. And like it led to the Von Erichs versus the Freebirds 5-year fucking feud of the century down in Dallas. So good, like. But like, how many times have we seen that cage door since then?
Yeah.
But like, imagine seeing that at the time. It's like what we were saying about the ring exploding and shit. It's just that was so simple.
Yeah, but they weren't making movies about wrestling back then. It was like actual legit sport that you knew
Like
was
Kerry
fit.
Von Erich's about to get out, and Terry Gordy just whacks the cage door off his head, and like
Simpler
that, like
times.
the heat it got was like in fucking insane.
Of course it was.
That's why old school wrestlers always talk about killing the business.
I know.
Like
Yeah,
Young
yeah.
Bucks killing the business, like super kick, or fucking slapping the slapping your thigh the whole time. Like it all has consequences.
I know,
Fuck
but
that.
the-
How can the Undertaker say people are killing the business and he never sold for anybody in the early years?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? His whole gimmick was, I don't feel pain. Vader, I feel no pain. Like, you better fucking, but you
He
better
kind of
vote for
did
this.
though. Like how many times did the Undertaker was he lying on the mat and after 10 seconds he sat up?
Down to Michael Myers.
Not so much in the early days. The early days, he was more like
He'd still know.
Unkillable.
He'd still like he'd sell back like that. I know he like a zombie would keep walking towards
yeah,
you.
that's true. I suppose. What about FTR versus DIY? Or the revival versus DIY?
The double submission.
Double submission. That's such a great finish.
Yeah.
FTR have a low key collection of really great finishes.
Well, actually, the submissions in itself being introduced, like properly, like the tap outs.
tap outs, yeah, in mid 90s.
Because
Like,
it is so weird to look back on the early 90s and see verbal tap outs.
so weird.
Or you were
Like,
saying in the car
hindsight
the other
now.
day, seeing people like legit tap out while they're in a hole, and you're like, oh,
Oh yeah, but it's not actually.
But it's not because it wasn't a thing.
yeah.
And that brings me to MJF and Samoa Joe.
Oh yeah, you hated this. one.
I like so AEW had established
Well,
like
see,
the
there was
drop of the hand thing.
Yeah, there was a bigger problem going on because you had Moxley, who was further down the card at the time, doing
Bulldog chokes.
where the match was instantly stopped. But then in the main event, the Samoa Joe choke, they were doing the hand drop thing. So they had two different things happening at the same time. That's where the stupidity came in.
Yeah, but like, was it? It was the one drop for the Samoa Joe MJF thing.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, and there was the 3 drops for the
Yeah,
Moxley.
but I specifically remember a pack match where they were doing three drops. So
yeah.
you're like, who fucking decides that shit?
So what's the rules here?
Yeah, what is the rules?
What are the parameters?
What
are the parameters?
Tony K, what was your fucking parameters, bro?
There's another.
But I do feel like comic book guy in The Simpsons, where he's like in episode 4, you had the laser, and then it.
Yeah, we get.
But also, like, it means something.
It does
You
mean
mentioned
something.
FTR and DIY there. What about DIY versus DIY when they're up against each other and the logo flashed up and you thought that's the end of the show? Do you remember that? When it was
Is this when
they're 1-on-1 against each other.
Ciampa turned on Gargano?
Was it Ciampa turned on him? Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the.
That's not the finish of a match, though.
No,
is it?
that
What's
was
not
the
the finish
no,
match,
that
no.
was the triple threat ladder match. AOP, FTR, and DIY.
But he's up at the top of the
Something like
ramp and
Yeah, and so DIY lose the titles.
Yeah.
but that's after the match.
okay.
I think that was a triple threat ladder match. Was it FTR?
So I'm getting confused with finishes of shows versus
Yes.
finishes of matches.
Yeah.
Okay.
Finishes the show. That's a different episode.
Do you know what's another great finish, actually? The double dog collar match, FTR against the Briscoes, the trilogy,
Yeah.
where they're all just in bits covered in blood, and that is the deadly image of Jay Briscoe choking out FTR bald with the chain. Fucking brilliant finish. Given that everything that had gone on that year, you know what I mean?
I'm sure we're missing some.
Oh, I have a list here, don't you
All
worry.
right, go. You burst through
Oh,
them.
Burst.
do you know what we know? The fucking TLC spear off the
Edge.
thing. That was literally.
That's not the finish.
That's
of the match.
mid-match.
It wasn't mid-match. That was close to the finish,
No, but
wasn't it?
Rhino came out and put him on his shoulders, and that's the actual finish when Rhino has.
Oh yeah, no, sorry.
We're
I
not
thought
doing
that was-
mid-match spots. That's another
Not doing
episode.
mid-match
Is it?
spots. That's a different episode.
different episode.
That doesn't even fall within the parameters of our parameters.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, the time limit.
That was the start of the match, Morrow. That's
was-
a baseball
that was the
game.
pre-match. The Okada Omega hour-long draw.
Yeah, tell me about this now. Go blow for blow on this one, please.
It's the one where Omega collapses on
one
the
of my favorite sells of all time.
Yeah, and Okada goes flying across the ring, and the time is counting down.
It's count.
The time is counting down.
And then, if it was WWF now back in the Judgment
They'd
Day,
have to take the fucking clock
take
off.
the clock down.
They'd have to take the clock down.
So the time is counting down, and then Okada gets him up, and like the two of them. I just thought the brilliance of the finish was how fucked they two were to go an hour, and he hits him with the Rainmaker. Omega's obviously dead, but Okada stumbles across and he's fucked.
He's a sleepy
gone.
guy.
He's fucked.
He's a sleepy guy. At
He's
this
a big
stage.
sleepy man, and he can't get back across. And the bell rings, and you have a draw.
Bell rings, yeah, fuck.
That was good though. Yeah, it was
That was
great.
a brilliant finish. Brilliant.
Excellent.
Another one of my favourite finishes.
Hit draws.
What?
Hit draws in wrestling.
Ah, no, draws have their place in wrestling.
Tony
Everything
Khan's
has
overdone
its
it though. Draws.
Especially in America. Like, Americans don't, like, look at American
Yeah.
sports. They don't like
They don't
fucking
like
draws.
draws. They don't
That's
like
why
draws.
we got overtime in some fucking matches. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
No,
WrestleMania 12.
I think everything has a place. Like you know what we're saying about the throwing the towel. If you establish it properly, it could be brilliant and really emotional some night. Same with draws. If it's like properly established, like AEW haven't used draws in a while, so but they've established it. You know, it
they can
Doesn't matter what they establish because they could fucking change the parameters in the same show.
That's wrestling.
That's wrestling.
That's AEW.
That's WWE.
We're just literally talking about WWE and Vince constantly changing parameters.
Vince
And
ain't there anymore, bro.
Triple H is worse.
Triple
I
H
think
has Hollywood
Triple
writers
H
writing his
might be
movie.
a worse booker than.
I'm glad I said Booker. I thought you were going to say human being.
Oh no, there's very few human beings worse than Vince McMahon
Yeah.
Jr.
Although Bret Hart, I'd say the way he goes on about Triple H, you'd start to question.
Triple H never had a great match.
Never a great match.
He did.
Name one great Triple H finish.
Finish, there's none.
WrestleMania 19.
Three Stages of Hell.
Oh Jesus, 3 stages of hell, but that was Stone Cold.
That's Triple H is in the match.
Yeah, but you're like, but like you can clearly tell that that's a Stone Cold match. The pacing of the match. Triple
can you
H
tell?
matches where he's
what?
the one leading the match are just interminably long. They're fucking colon cancer.
This was
on
3
screen.
stages of hell. Not 2, not 1, but 3.
Yeah.
It's a pretty
You're
long
saying that
match.
Stone Cold came up with every single
Not
part
every
of the
bit,
stage.
but like
Did Stone Cold-
Every Triple H match.
What's Triple H's best match? Because I'll tell you the answer.
Tell me.
It's the fucking
Mick Foley.
Mick Foley, yeah. That's
Royal
the-
Rumble 2000.
Yeah, that's his best match.
Mick Foley match.
Ultimate Warrior.
No, but seriously, is that a Triple H match or a Mick Foley match?
Ultimate Warrior
Clearly it's a
96.
Mick Foley match.
Yeah, it's Ultimate Warrior match.
That's an Ultimate Warrior. That's definitely an Ultimate
That is-
Warrior
I-
match.
I will give you that one. I'll give you that.
That's actually undisputed.
Undisputed,
that one.
yeah.
Last man standing with Shawn Michaels, Cake and Blood.
That's Shawn Michaels' match.
Shawn Michaels match.
Don't think that's a great match.
Triple H.
I didn't actually spit at you.
No, you didn't.
Triple H Undertaker.
It's Undertaker
Which
match.
one?
A Shawn Michaels match.
Which
The Hell in a Cell one with Shawn Michaels as a special guest referee. Shawn Michaels
No,
match. Yeah.
that's a Triple H match. Do you know how you know? Because
it's
it's fucking
slow.
long and crap.
CM Punk coming out as the ref in Scotland to fuck up Drew McIntyre. Great finish.
I enjoyed that finish.
Yeah,
I
that's
said
good.
it. We reviewed that at the time. I enjoyed that finish.
Those Money in the Bank finishes are gone.
I could do
nowadays.
Okada's whole 2017, 2018 title run if you want.
Do an Akadathon.
That's a different episode.
Would actually do that.
Yeah, he has a Masawathon and then an Akadathon.
Are they coming up? Yeah.
A lot of the Japanese
No, not the
wrestlers'
Akadathon.
names conveniently end with A, so he could put
Akadathon.
a Kawadathon.
I'm 35 into
35 hours.
35 matches into my 100 match Masawathon
Would you do a 24-hour Masawa episode?
stream.
No, yeah, live actually.
Live like
All tomorrow,
I'd
24
have to,
hours.
I have to be paid for that.
Paid by who?
Like somebody.
Give him the banana.
Somebody. I'm not doing
Eat
it
the
for
banana.
I would do a 24-hour All Japanathon.
Yeah, okay, do it
That
tonight.
doesn't. No, you can't put a thon just behind. Their name has to end with an A.
All Japathon.
You couldn't be like, oh, I'm going to do a
Japathon.
Paul Levesque-a-thon.
A Japathon. A Paul Levesque-a-thon.
Paul Levesque-a-thon. It does.
I'm not doing a 24-hour
Okay, they have
Paul
to have.
Levesque-a-thon.
They have to
Leviathan.
have a vowel after the name. Minoru Suzuki-thon. Tanahashi-thon.
I do a Tanahashi-ton.
You do it Tanahashi-thon.
You would.
I know, if I was doing a 24-hour stream, I'd have to be getting money for it.
Yeah.
You couldn't do a 24-hour stream.
Night
Well, you
Ton.
do it on Twitch. People could pay you into the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show.
could do an
account.
all-
Four
Night-o-ton.
people watching me
Oh, yeah.
watch All Japan the 90s.
Yeah, you have to get an audience to get paid.
But you could do an all-night-o-ton.
All night, all night, all night, all night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
An all-night-o-ton.
Yeah,
you could do that.
could do that.
Fans want that.
Hey, look, if we
fans-
get some donations, I'll do it.
Do you want that?
If we could get €100 on donations, I would do an all night.
You could be what? The alternative is you're going to be playing your shitty game.
Yeah, I
you may as well
made-
do an all-nighter.
I made €1.83 off last week's episode.
You didn't. I made one. You're right.
It goes to your account. I'll be sending you an invoice. Don't worry.
You can send me an invoice.
13.5% tax because it's a service, not a product.
Is this one of the worst finishes of an episode? I think it's one of the best. actually.
this is a fantastic finish.
No,
Are we
I
finished?
want to do marathons. Yeah, okay.
Omegathon.
Omegathon.
Cenathon.
No, I'm not doing a scene. No, I'm not doing a Jericho-thon.
A Jeritron.
Jeritron.
Titantron?
I'll do a Titantron-thon.
Guerrero-thon. That doesn't work either.
No,
So
oh.
not all vowels work.
All vowels work.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
That is
A works. We know A works.
John Marthathon.
John Marthon.
A works very well.
A works the best.
Oh God, I have to go home and eat some fucking food.
So do I.
We've been eating jellies brought down by Brian
Yeah, I
Maxwell.
feel- I feel
from
the same.
One Fall.
Quick fire. Best and worst. Finish.
My favorite finish
Yeah.
ever was JBL Big Show.
Worst.
Worst, just for the pure disappointment factor, Sabu and Rey Mysterio.
You.
Favorite ever Austin Bret WrestleMania 13. Worst ever Finger Poke of Doom. Easy. I know they're obvious, but they're easy.
It's a hard target, those two.
Yeah.
You made it even more obvious by agreeing with his obvious choices.
Yeah. Maybe I'll switch out the finger.
What's your 2
I'll switch
seconds?
out the
Eddie
finger.
Angle.
I'll
Do
switch
Eddie
out the
Angle.
finger pool of Doom
Finger Pookathon.
The Finger Bag of Doom.
with the Jarrett Hogan match.
Okay, yeah,
Same
no, that
thing.
works too. That
Same
works
thing.
too. Yeah.
Interchangeable.
Yeah. Oh, this is fucking Starrcade 97. Ires my bollocks as well.
I'm sure there's loads we forgot about.
Oh, I've like 50 written down.
There's more nerdier ones than, more nerdier people than us out there.
Oh, like-
they're like, you didn't watch season 3 of NXT
Yeah,
with
but you
Brian
can-
Saxton.
There was a period for 2 years in WCW where I'd say every one of the finishes is on the top 1,000 list.
They had a Viagra on a pole match.
Well, like we could also just watch last week's Raw and pick
Last week's
the main
NXT.
event for a bad finish, like, you know.
That's
This
a
has
bad
been the
finish to
Wrestling Fan
episode.
Wrestling Show.
Yes,
This
this has been
This WrestleMania show.
people listen to this in their car and they can hear it quite clearly, Morrow.
What?
They can hear our voices clearly.
Okay.
Actually, some guy on Twitter was like, "Yeah, I think he was referring to me that I sounded quite echoey." Huh. I was like, "We're in a big room.
We're in a big room.
Yeah.
We're in a
Anyway,
Anyway,
it's been the rest
this
of the
has been
wrestling show. Thanks very much
Thanks
for
very much.
listening.
subscribe.
Don't forget to
Don't
like
forget to
and
like,
subscribe.
subscribe.
Turn off your fucking mic. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Where's that apple? OTT Insider is out as well. Should be out by the time you see this.
Wednesday. All Elite Morrow Monday night.
Let me plug the fucking shit. This is what I do for a living. I don't come to your shop and give out trophies, do I?
Come in and sell some medals. I need someone to do a bit of sales pitches.
Is anyone up for reviewing classic WWE 1990s?
Yes. You were meant to do it. Just do it.
I need to get at least one bit of feedback from one fan.
Okay.
Give him one classic WWF pay-per-view from the 90s to review, and he'll review it.
Thank you.
I might do a live
Beware
watch
of
along
dog.
of All Out on Saturday as well.
Oh, yeah, well, this will be...
This won't be out on Saturday.
This won't be out on Saturday. OTT Insider. That's our in-universe over-the-top wrestling podcast. All Elite Morrow on a Monday night.
Best show on the network.
Terrible booking-a-thon on Wednesday. Is that what's it called?
Yeah. They're pre-recorded as well.
Total Extreme Morrow.
So you've
They're
no
preempted. We're going to tell you who's going to win.
They're
all unlisted now. Oh. And yeah, that's
Actually, I'm
it.
only one ahead.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure we can get a show a day up on the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show.
I'm pretty sure I can tell.
I'm nearly doing it by myself at this stage.
I'm getting cameras for the house.
Yeah.
Another thing I haven't slagged your show about as well is I can telegraph exactly what the next pay-per-view card is 7 weeks out.
That's called good logical booking.
And it's called obvious booking.
Yeah, you don't throw a few surprises in there now.
Yeah.
You're going to have a surprise next week.
The big booker going, Lex Luger. Why is Lex Luger gone? Where is Lex Luger?
Lex Luger only has one more date.
You bought that hook, lane, and single.
No, he didn't. He was messaging me. He was like, this fucking idiot.
He bought a hook, lane, and single.
Look, we're finishing the episode. I have to go home and eat meatballs. Like and subscribe. I'm the big beefy boy. These are...